Welcome everyone. We're on our way to Mojave Road. We're gonna go from Mojave Road to Borrego, but on the way, there's someone who's stuck in the mud, so naturally we're gonna help him out. So let's get this all turned around, let's get set up, let's help him out. Here they go. Alright guys, so there you saw it. We're probably, what, 30 miles into our little road trip. Helen was actually driving. And we saw them stuck in a mud puddle and I thought, man, they're probably stuck. And then Helen goes, we should turn around, huh? It's a good thing we did. They wouldn't have been moving. So we did our good deed for the day and now we can continue our trip. So, welcome to our Mojave to Borrego trip. We're running Mojave Trail and Mojave Road specifically, and we're also going to stop off and spend I think a few days at Borrego, just playing around and doing whatever. Helen is in the driver's seat for really the first time on a trip, honestly. We've done small things just driving around, but this is the first time she's really manning the helm, as they say.
Yep.
So all right, nothing to it but to do it. We got to get to Barstow as our first stop and get fuel before we hit the Mojave Road. So let's do it. Okay, so Helen and I were just talking about this. We're not even, what, an hour into our road, and I just cleaned the Jeep up, so it's all nice and clean for everything. And we've already got mud all over it. All over it. But, oh well, it wouldn't be a trip if it didn't get dirty. We just got dirty before we even hit the trail. That's right, the adventure's already starting. Okay, we're just gonna keep moseying on. It is beautiful out here though, very green. I only can imagine what the Mojave Road is gonna be like, and Borrego for that matter. Let's keep going. Alright, here we go. We made it to, whoa, abrupt downshift there.
Sorry.
We made it to Afton Canyon Campground. Yep, go right in there. So we are going to air our tires down and get ready for the river crossings, and pretty much Helen has been driving this entire time and she's been doing great actually, especially for her first real time on big highways. So we're gonna air down, we're gonna get ready for the river crossing. I'll be driving for the river crossing only because she's not experienced enough with a stick shift and we don't want to stall in it. And apparently the river's really deep right now. So let's get ready. Okay, so we're all aired down. We have our hubs all locked in. And so the campground actually is beautiful and it's a really good spot. It's $6 a night if you want to camp here. Generally speaking, there's a light breeze, but it's not usually too windy during this time of year. So if we got here earlier, we would spend the night here, but we're going to get on the trail. So the water crossing, I haven't got authority, is a little deep, but we're going to find that out. So let's go. First one. We'll see how deep this is. We're gonna go into 4 low. There's tire tracks going in it, and no one's stuck in it, so that's good. Okay, 4 low. I'm thinking second gear. out, that is the deepest I've ever seen it. I've run this 4 or 5 times. That is the deepest I've ever seen that. That was quite deep. And actually, if I remember, there's one more we'd have to go through too.
Well, you know, we washed all the mud off our Jeep now.
That's right.
It's like a free car wash.
No, the Jeep's clean. Okay, so there's that. Let's get on to the next one down the road. Okay, so we just went through that river, and to let you guys know, with the bow wave, we were pushing it about here. So that's pretty tall. My Jeep has got 4-inch lift with a 1.25 inch body lift and 35s. We're decently tall, and we were still pushing it close up to the fenders. At one point, it did come over here, and I slowed down to push the bow wave down. The winch is pretty much completely submerged. Yeah, it was really tall. It was really tall. You can see the water up here actually. So, all right, onward and upward. Next water crossing.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
It's a rocket, actually.
It's a rocket ship.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you like driving in the water?
I feel free.
Free? Oh no, mud!
I can get you muddy.
Yeah, no kidding. You're getting yourself muddy, aren't you? Yeah, you are.
No, what are you talking about?
The water on the steering wheel says otherwise. Maybe I'll put mine up just a smidge. There is a lot of water here, by the way. A ton.
Should I get out of the water?
So, no, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but there's a lot more water here than I've seen in a long time. Like I said, I've ridden this trail. This is my 4th or 5th time, I can't remember, but each time it's been like years. So every 2 or 3 years I end up running it, and I've never seen this much mud or water. So we're definitely getting the Jeep dirty this trip.
We're getting us dirty.
Yeah, we're getting dirty. Okay, onward and upward. So we made it to the bridge. It's pretty cool actually. You saw the train going over. It's a lot of fun. We did the routine of digging out snacks. So now we've got our snacks. We're going to continue on. It's about 2:30, 3 o'clock. So we're going to continue on to make some distance so we can get a nice campsite. So let's do it, right, Helen?
Right.
All right. Let's go. Yeah, I think you're fine. Yeah, I think you're fine.
Yeah, I think I'm fine too. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
All right, have fun.
All right, you too. See you later. Boy, he's got a big lifted rig, huh?
Yeah. It's comfortable.
Yeah. How'd you like one of those things?
We can have one of those things.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Truck with that venture camper thing on the back.
Put some toys in the back.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That is cool. Tin can, man. It's windy over here. It's windy, but it's nice. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's nice to get out. We've been driving for a little while. Trying to cover some ground. I'm starting late this morning. But it feels good. Alright, so the next part of our journey, on this road is sand dunes. We have to get through some sand dunes until we can find a good camping spot. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna get going, and then I'm gonna let Helen drive in the sand since she's never driven in the sand. So much fun. Okay, so let's get going. All right, everyone. So we're here camped. We actually went into Razor OHV, which is a little off the trail, only because we wanted a little shelter in case certain movement of the airs came up. And then it's just kind of a nice area to be. It's relaxed. There's not a whole lot of people over here. Not that there's a lot of people on the Mojave Road anyway, but it's just kind of a cool landscape. Like the whole thing is just really interesting to see. So we're cooking something. Alfredo and chicken. But also I started pulling out the floor mats just to kind of get the dirt out of it, to keep our living space clean. I think it's really important to keep your hands and your living space kind of as clean as possible when you're doing one of these long trips. And through that big water crossing, my side was a lot deeper than Helen's side when we were filming, so you didn't see it. I came over here and I pulled it out, and look at this. Let me make sure you can actually see first. Look at all that water. Look at it. So I'm gonna pop the drain plug, and this is why when I did this stuff I wanted to leave the drain plugs open. Wasn't expecting to get water here. This is the first time I've ever had water in my Jeep. So I'm gonna pop this drain plug so we can get it to drain and get this to dry. Yeah, so well, let's do that. I don't know how hard you have to hit it. Okay, so I was gonna pop the drain plug out, but one, I can't get it out because, I don't know. I've tried hammering on it, it doesn't pop up. I think it's painted down. And I really don't have something to cut around it. I don't want to destroy the plug at the moment. I want to make sure I can get another one first. And the other thing is, dinner's ready. So I'm gonna eat first with Helen, and then I'm just gonna scoop the water out and let it dry overnight. All right, let's just eat. You'll really like it, huh?
Oh, I'm starving.
Yeah, me too. We're both really hungry. We forwent lunch so we could get further in the trail, so we have more time tomorrow to do all the stuff we want to do. There's some hikes and stuff that you can do, some stuff you can go look at. We want a full day to be able to do that. So it's what's tomorrow's gonna be like. So we're gonna have lunch here, and then we're just gonna relax and enjoy the sunset that's gonna be happening here probably the next hour or so. So let's do that. Let's eat. So last night was pretty good. The camp area is really great, actually. We positioned the Jeep on one side of the tent and this rock pile on the other, just in case the wind started to come up. And it was a little breezy in the evening. I'm going to say 5-10 mile an hour gusts. But as soon as the sun went down completely, I want to say about 8 o'clock, it went away entirely. And now we're left with this all night long. No breeze, no air movement at all. It's really nice. It did get a little cold last night, but we just bundled up and stayed warm. We left the rain fly off so we could see the stars once the moon dropped. And it was a really good night. It's really nice out here. You can level your tent easily because the sand is so soft, and make yourself a nice little soft bed of soft sand, which is what we did. But worked out really well. So the plan for today is we're going to go to Razor Ranch. We're going to cross the Soda Lake. We're going to check out some of the lava formations. There's lava teepees that I've never seen, and lava caves, or lava tubes. The other thing we're going to do is we're gonna see how much of everything we can do. There's a hike that's supposed to be pretty nice. We're gonna go on. It's a big day today. We've got a lot to do, but luckily we're pretty far in the trail. I want to say we've burned a quarter of the trail off already. So we've burned the section off that there's not an immense amount to do, which is good. So this morning I think what we're going to do is eat breakfast, reorganize a little bit. Since we're only in a single Jeep with no rooftop tent, we have to pack very specific so everything fits. So we'll spend the morning reorganizing a little bit, eating breakfast, and then we'll get out of here. So yeah, just gonna sit here and enjoy the morning, and we'll make breakfast. Cool. Okay, so we're getting packed up here. We're getting ready to go. We just had breakfast. We created lunch. We have manifold burritos going. But I wanted to show you this trick. Some people, they go off-road, they wonder, how do you clean your windshield? We have bugs and stuff from the highway. And off-road, the dirt isn't really an issue because you can just hit your windshield wipers and it pushes the dirt off. But when you get bugs and stuff stuck to the window and you want to be able to see better, what do? You have to clean it. Some people bring Windex or something with them and they spend the time cutting it down. But what I do is I put Windex, the Windex window washer in the bottle, and then you just come over here and you do this. Just let it spray. You take your towel, come in here and just scrub it. There you go. All the bugs and everything off. You just come hit your windshield wipers one more time to squeegee it clean. Now you got a nice clean windshield and you don't have to carry extra stuff with you. So there you go. There's your tip for this trip. No, there's no water, but it's nice trees.
Well, I mean, there's trees, there has to be water, isn't there?
There must be groundwater. There it is. That's where we want. Go over there.
How's it going?
Yep.
Francis Moran, Borax Smith built the railroad.
To move.
The borax outside of the hills. Huh.
To replace the whatever that word is. Something, a mule team. That's probably mule teams. Well, this is mule teams. I don't know what that is. I don't know.
Tenancy?
Yeah, mule teams that cross this way to Ludlow.
So,
Spring
the
1980.
borax trains that go through
Yes.
Trona
Yes.
come through here?
No.
Is that the same train?
No,
No.
different train.
Okay.
Yeah, different train. But it's a nice area to camp.
Yeah.
Real nice
Yeah,
area.
bad
Nice and shady and everything. Yep. Yeah. All right.
Nice area.
Shall we continue on?
Shall we?
All right. Back to the Mojave Road. So, now we're coming out of the dunes and we are going to head to Soda Lake. We'll bypass that. We ran into some people yesterday and those people said that Soda Lake was completely dry, which is good because I know it rained not too long ago, and I did see a photo of someone stuck out there. But we're going to attempt it. We're going to make sure it's somewhat dry before we even attempt to cross it. That's a lake that you will get stuck in if it's soppy, and you stay away from the tracks. So we're going to attempt it and see what happens. But first we got to get there off of these massive whoops that we are on. Jeeps are not meant for whoops. Okay, we're gonna make our way there. All right, so we're back in the Mojave Preserve, and we are headed back towards the road. We need to go that way though, where those trucks are, Helen. So we are back on the Mojave Road, or heading to it at least. And we're coming up to Soda Lake. I'm wondering, hopefully you guys can see it, all those vehicles though. I'm wondering how they're gonna do in the water, because they're deep. I wonder if I can helm them on a CB and see. I don't see any antennas on their rigs though. But we'll try so we can warn them that it's deep, so they know. It's really deep. So, alrighty, on our way to Soda Lake. Okay, so we're gonna make a little detour. There's something called the Zizix Spring and the Zizix Road, and we're gonna try to get over to it because I've never been to it. So right here, Helen, take a left on that little road.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to get over to it and see what happens. Okay, so we couldn't get the Jeep to it. We could have hiked it, but it's a good mile hike, and we have another hike planned. So we decided not to do it. And I don't really know how accessible the like decrepit resort is to people. I know you can get to it from the freeway, but I just don't really know that area. So we decided instead just to keep pushing on. But we're going to go ahead and go to Soda Lake, which we're at, but now we're going to cross it. So that's what we're doing. We got to get to the road that lets us cross it though. So let's get there first. Yeah. So if you see a packed road, that's where we want to be.
Yeah. Going left, right?
Yeah. Yep, go left. All right, now we're on Soda Lake. So now we just cross it. Should be pretty, it looks very, very dry, so we'll be fine. And I've seen other people cross it while we were heading that way.
If we see a little spot that we can go up to the resort, you want to?
Yeah, we could. I don't think there is any though.
Okay.
I don't think, there's really no roads that kind of go out here.
Okay.
This is monument, Travels Monument.
What's the date today? They put that there today.
Did they?
17th.
Oh. Must have been the people we just saw.
Maybe.
So, when I was here in 2015, my rock, I'll interlace the video too, but my rock was the top.
Oh.
Under here somewhere. And obviously it's been covered, so I don't know. But there's some really cool things up here. Let's see. Oh, there it is. So these piles used to be a lot lower, but there it is. You want to come up here and look at this, Helen? It's actually really cool. Let me see if I can get you guys to see this. See, it's a placard.
Yeah.
It says, on this site in 1897, nothing happened.
Oh, that's funny.
Yep, it is funny.
Great.
All right, so we're gonna contribute to the pile, and then we're gonna keep going and cross this lake. It's so big, like it doesn't look like it, but this is one of the biggest dry lake beds that you can cross, I think. I don't really know how big it is, but I mean, it's huge. It's massive. I know I'm not gonna say it's the biggest dry lake bed, but it's pretty big. So, all right, well, we are gonna place our monument on Traveler's Monument, and then we're gonna get going. So, we'll do that, and then we'll cross the lake. Okay, so we're not halfway through yet. We haven't hit the mailbox, but we have about a half a tank of fuel at this point. So we're gonna go ahead and pull some fuel out of the tanks and get it going. And this is how I do it. It doesn't get every ounce out of there, but it gets majority out of there, so you don't have to like take the big roto packs because they're a little awkward to pull off the back and lift up. The other thing is this is the MoRide tailgate that you guys saw me put on a different video, and we have quite a lot of weight hanging off the back of this thing. So emptying some fuel would probably be good for it, but we're taking it as a test and see if it can handle this. And so far, nothing's bent. It's still opening fine, so that's good. Let's see if we can get this open. It's pressurized though. That's the one thing I don't like about these tanks is they pressurize so bad. It's probably gonna spit a little fuel out. I'm gonna try not to. The beauty of this thing is super siphons. You just take it. It's got a brass ball in here with a brass end, so you just take it and shove it in there. And just jiggle. Away it goes. Then you don't have to do anything. Awesome little system. I like it. All right, we'll let this fill up. Okay, so we do have a problem. We stopped to go to the bathroom when we were filling up, like you said, or like I showed you, and Helen and I decided let's just check the burritos and see what happened. When we came up to the front of the Jeep, we found this. That is a split in the top of the radiator, and it's cracking. It looks like it probably could blow.